I really want to keep my eye on Hedrick and his development throughout the year. Very excited when it was announced he was joining the Snip squad, but already Vitality have hit the ground running. Magisk opens with his USP. This kind of first dive over towards the apartments, bit of an Alexi classic, has not gone well for him. He's on the receiving end of this double stack, and now Vitality are even trying to take a few liberties here, getting aggressive in the apartments.
Yeah, from liberties to libraries, who will go quiet first? Config falls after one. They don't know about the bomb right here, so Hedrick cannot commit, and Brolin's got a P2 Schmitty, going to pick out a ramp. He's done it, finding Dupree. Won't be ready for a quick CT re-peek, but he's buying time, and he's pulling Vitality out of the site. So is Hedrick, however, rotating all the way around through Spawn. This will be that A end with a top con smoke, that mid-rotate cut off, and he might even be hearing Hedrick making that run. I think Apex might have caught some steps there, so now he's going to set up on flank.
This is a big wraparound for Apex. Brolin's taken all this space over towards jungle. And an IP.
No way.
They want to try and... Okay, so they call this the murder hole. And this is why. It's a hole where the murder happens. But Brolin responds to catch a murderer. Magisk gone, and now...
Oh, he blocked him!
Quite keep them from crossing into the market. And considering how this started for Vitality with them taking liberties in the apartments, well, now it's Lady Liberty, nothing but misses for Spinks.
Nice.
A 2v2, Apex up through the short side, dead immediately, and then the jump missed. This has gone very bad, very quickly for Vitality. Brolin with a great opener. 3 in the round, and now just one man left to get past. Out with the swing. They know where Spinks is coming from. I just heard someone say, play time. They're playing time. They're taking fights, and Brolin's there with 4 on the board to open up for NIP.
It seemed like Zywu was aware of maybe there's a chance, maybe he could be up ladder already, and he tried to back out, but he gets caught trying to, shuffle back through the hole, and that's when Rez comes around the corner. Good bit of spam for Apex, but it's responded very swiftly. And Config puts him down low. One of the 2 saved rifles in this round. Oh. Vitality, they clearly want mid because they keep starting with lots of numbers in window and towards connector, but they can never really get control. Bottom con smoke gives him some room to fight under, and Alexi B has got to be careful. He's got his own smoke there side by side though, so his timers are very nice. He's going to pull back instead. Team walking into B, Rez getting curious. Looking to land on his feet. Alexi ready to kill any form of rotation, but dying here would leave a big hole as Vitality could come in on an underflank. The bomb's not even through B yet. Apex is realizing, gotta watch out, those nades can kill him. Nice HE from him at least, puts Rez down to half, and they don't want to commit all of a sudden. Rightly so, they had their window, but now Vitality have closed it. 3 players in the bomb site. Back to the drawing board, but only 40 seconds for Nip.
Yeah, they don't want to overcook this one too much, right? Vitality don't have a lot riding on this round, and I think the way that you let them in is if you leave it too long, if that clock really starts to become a factor, you could end up in hot water. That kill has alleviated a lot of the pressure, giving them a route up through the connector. Zywu does reside over on short. That molly displaces him into Magisk with the deagle. Spinks holding this cross as well. They can play in tandem. Magisk taking heads off with the deag. He's done all he had to in the round. Config doesn't have the time to win this. It's Vitality stealing it away on the Pistons. And that fight is ugly to close.
He said it himself, he doesn't know the whole playbook for Nip. He doesn't know everything he's up against. And I think Nip probably don't want to share everything because next week he's going to be standing in for another team, I bet. But looking towards B on a solo play, and Apex is tucked in. Meanwhile, this is a B split up short.
Now, only 1 for Dupree. Apex, that's good, but is going to get chased down by Config. Was kind of living on borrowed time there as the A1S runs out of ammo. Alexi, hello! So he's in a round-winning position right here. There's 1, could have been more, but Config swings in. They don't know about Magisk. Will drop the bomb, and now just Alexi left to find. Magisk dances around.
He hits it.
Jump hit and now up on short alongside him, but Magisk has repositioned well to play around this bomb. Trying to play some mind games with Alexi, and it goes both ways. Feigns the drop down in mid. Now commits to it for real. 20 seconds, and he knows at any moment he could get peeked by Magisk. This is such a mind game of a round. But in the end, Alexi will successfully cross all the way into A. Gets that bomb down at default, and now a chance. Magisk swings, but Alexi's going to take it over the line.
Some teams it works better than others. This is quick. ZywOo just gets up the ladder in time and decks 2 heads, ready for more because they've shown a Palace pop before. Instead, this time it's a round split. Nip do get out onto Tetris. Magisk back in CT. I think he saw a head there. Gets his smoke down, a bit of cover. Alexi with a flick headshot. He is looking clean today, but he's all alone and too low to make magic happen, you'd think. He somehow dived his way into window, but they know exactly where he's gotten to. Oh, they even saw him as well. So there's no question here for Vitality. He hears the jump. Dupree not in a hurry.
Oh, sorry. He's hit all these timings, but that's the one that won't be found.
He's had some very important positions in this T side to varying results. Swings in mid. Config needs his kill. He jumps up. It takes him a second. His captain dies, but he at least gets the kill. Vitality, they go for a quick check on A, and now the timing is good for Nip. They crept out as soon as Magisk has gone for that info. However, ZywOo's here.
Yeah, right place, right time. Orb misses that first attempt at the volley, but second looks pretty. Brolin dead. ZywOo's swinging with Deagles now as well. Config left up in this one, but he's getting wrapped through top middle. Dupree should be there. He's just seen him getting up into the connector. Config's dodged death, but only for a moment. Not too much longer left in this one, and there's the close, and 9-6 half in Vitality's favor.
You know, they were getting some bomb plants, but the one orb they had got shot in the back and never saw it again. Smokes over the A site for Vitality. A full execute, something we never saw from Nip, but a big gap. Alexi looks through it and finds that first kill. Bombs for default, meaning they need this CT. Oh my goodness, with a USP. That's despicable. A little wider for ZywOo on this plant, so he will make it out. I did not know a USP could spam you through that in so few shots. Alexi B falls down as he crosses in, and Magisk misses the timing on Config's flank. 2-on-4. I said they needed spawn, but they no longer have a foot in this round. It's going to be Nip on the retake. You know, it's sometimes hard for the teams to come straight into the group and play against teams that have been in Kato for a few days, have played the play-ins, are warmed up. Even though the tier is sometimes different, you know, it's reassuring to see Vitality, to see Na'Vi, to see FaZe doing well. Let's see if it keeps up, though, because Nip have that first kill, and they've taken apps.
Okay. And with Magisk over in Palace, the actual, you know, resources dedicated into B isn't that much for Vitality. They want to try and hold on to this. Magisk is now dead, so at this point they are committed to the B play. Nip is starting to fall in from all these angles, starting to move around. You are getting boxed into this B site.
I ain't planting. Oh my god, these USPs.
That's why Dupree didn't want the bomb. Apex catches a bullet, but ZywOo's doing all he can to keep him in it. Dupree, bomb on his back now, and he's lost it in the market. ZywOo trying to do this alone. It needs to be the ace clutch for him. These are the rounds he so often delivers in.
What a position.
These are the moments, but up on top, you're never looking there. Brolin has his number. And so this is where Nip can look to shoot for the stars to tie this game up. Okay, all that happens, I guess. It's just one kill, you're not worried yet, but I have said, you know, these Deagles, these pistol rounds out of Vitality cannot be underestimated. Config learns that the hard way.
And like Magisk just knocks Config down a peg in a round that Nip need, or rather can't afford to lose. These are supposed to be the easy ones, but now pressure on their shoulders. Brolin's going back to middle. Giving up the A site, but there's no smokes in this round for Vitality anyway. It's not a huge worry for Nip. Alexi walks into that angle. Could have been a lot more dangerous. Dupree does hit the bullet. Apex is still scouting. If Nip throw themselves that mid with that flashes, this could be very, very dangerous. And there we go. Dupree hits one. Spinks follows up. They had util, man. They had flashes. They had everything they needed to make those fights happen. But Vitality's patience pays dividends. Dupree, ooh, we see something, and he's taken ahead. My goodness, Vitality not missing a beat in this eco round. And Hedrick hears them all around him. He's going to need a 1v5 for the ages. It's not on. That is a robbery of a round. Should be a lot more options for him there at least. There's a barrel scene. Alexi, oh, finishes the job. Nicely done. Nip with a 5-on-4. I feel like we haven't seen that in a long time in this half. Untraded as well as Vitality crawl up connector. Apex and the boys trying to finish the job.
Yeah, he's just keeping attention on Khan. He doesn't want to even fight for the A site. Instead, he goes back and looks at short. Dupree crosses in and nails Config at the stairs. A 2v2 head trick.
No.
That had to be it.
Yeah.
Luckily enough, Rez helps out, and Rez has been that kind of hero figure for NIP. That kill tips the scales, but you've still got to get past this guy, ZywOo. Almost like the Voldemort, you don't want to say his name. Lurking back in towards the spawn.
Harry!
You know what this guy can do. A wounded head trick up against him, moving in. He's had a very troublesome game, and the molly right there, that's going to decide it. It's not down to Hedrick's ability, it's not down to skill. There was no way for you to win this one. ZywOo's decided it. You can kill him all you like. Vitality pick up the win here, 16-10.
Got nades on Magisk, P250 on ZywOo. And a count on Config, but it seems like a bit of a mid-crunch for everyone involved. All the CTs facing, fighting, and pulling up with the kills. 4 in a moment as Dupree cowers in a corner. Let Alexi walk for a second, but he will be eviscerated, you'd like to think, after 2. Config closes.
And look at this one.
Hello.
Config.
He took a flash.
Yeah, he's been given a flash, right? And so that's screaming, I'm going to pop you through something here. It's never going to get that far because they will come to Config. Dead after one, that flash never goes out, but the molly at least stifles the banana play, slows it down. Alexi actually goes back in a fight for that and learns the hard way that that was the wrong move. ZywOo holding on to it. And now Vitality sit with the man advantage, a 4v3 out of the gate. Still a minute left to play with, plenty of util. They're armed, they're dangerous. Vitality, this one's got some serious legs on it. They're going to make something of this round.
Yeah, and I think Nip are gambling. Hedrick's leaning out of B, hoping that Vitality make the wrong move and go into the stacked site. I don't see them doing so. They've got one smoke. Perfect for CT and just chain flashes over the roof. This is their round. Nip know it, Vitality don't. This round's already done. They will pick up the force buy. They just got to clear their corners and get that plant in ASAP. And the penny dropping. It's one way to do it. Alexi went back for more there, and because ZywOo was on top of the logs, he could just get that slither of a head to grab the dink, and then even as Alexi tried to crouch out under the corner, he gets found by ZywOo. One Galil with a bunch of Tech 9s, and it's the one Galil that does everything they need. Both B entries, and a round winner from ZywOo. Top performer of last map as well. Definitely a good start for Vitality, because at least, Harry, in the last map, the one thing Nip did have in their pocket
was the pistol and
the conversions. It was a third round force for Vitality that won it out on Mirage, but Nip at least went up 2-0 in the half before problems arose.
Boost for Brolin. There are players coming his way, and he wins that first engagement, getting out of there as well. Good 5v4. For NIP, they're able to hold on to it for now. Brolin could get caught. Oh, it's a scary time to change those guns. Brolin goes up towards the apartments. Rez blind down in the pit. He's been discovered, but holds on with one. Dupree trades. A 3v3 as the A site's broken apart. There was a triple B early for the Nip boys. They're now going to have to group and try and retake this one. Nade's nice. Bit of damage onto Dupree, softening him up. Hoping to make this retake a little easier. There's another nade that can look to be deployed here. Smoke ahead of the Moto as well, creates a little corridor for these SMGs to try and work with. Dupree's content with that one kill, and now just tries to stay alive. He succeeds in that mission. Vitality, they find the conversion, they break apart the force. They're up onto a second, and now there's nothing left in the tank for NIP.
Yeah, there wasn't even a kit in that 3-on-3 anyway for them to, make that round a reality. Even if they got the kills quickly, they probably would have lost to the clock. So unfortunate stuff for NIP. A couple of well-placed trades coming out of apartments. I've never heard that word in my life, Harry. I'll believe it. Perched on the Purg, ZywOo comes round to purge. Yeah, of course, he checks it. Beautiful stuff. And now this B split's on.
Yeah, still too strong here. Rez up on the boost. Nice little off angle to find Dupree, and his teammates coming on the rotate. Rez clean with the AK, clean with the headshots, and just Spinks left in at the end. 10 seconds left. He's running. He's out of there. He wants nothing to do with this B side of the map. So NIP find themselves a third.
Oh,
now it gets very
That's a tilt. We've all been there. We've all been there. Oh, dear. And the scoreline's not even that bad yet. It's going to get worse before it gets better, though, on this eco. Config,
yeah, he wins these. Yeah, that's clean. 5-7. It's a gross little gun.
True.
Really is.
Oh, we heard all of it. Oh, he's calling his team back. He's just going to walk up longside. And you know that Abs player's gone back to pit, likely anyway. It's not that. NIP have just gambled. They've run everyone B. They can still go B if they want, and Dupree could just cut this off.
Dude, I really think this just comes with the territory of being like familiar with NIP, familiar with Alexi's style of calling, right? You hear that rotate, you hear the apartments player also legging it out of there, and you feel prepared enough. Like, the realization was instant from Dupree. There was not a second of hesitation on that. Immediately, he's like, yep. They're stacking. They're gamble stacking. They love doing this.
Yeah.
And so it's the perfect counter. Now, there is this wrap down through Banana that Magisk is solely responsible for, and he will give a kill away. Dupree surprises them on the rotate in, but they've got to try and keep this mid-crunch at bay. ZywOo will. They line up for him. Hedrick bests him in the head-to-head. Been a troublesome series for this guy, but in the 1v2, it's an awkward question posed. Do you want to give this a go? It's actually one of the best chances you've had at a round, as awkward as that is to say. But with so much time to... Ooh, gets the spot, gets out of there, doesn't want to recommit to that fight. And so Vitality up onto 7, continuing this streak as their T-side starts to take shape. That's now 4 in a row.
You're going to hear Vitality shouting to save again. They are definitely in NIP's head right now. There's no question about it. And yeah, I think that's why the arena, or sorry, not the arena, but the Hall of Heroes here is going to start A. And again, that triple B.
It was an all right spawn for the mid-fight.
Yeah, I don't think...
One to like play this shallower angle, right?
Oh, there's the solution.
Oh, wow.
Spam the smoke. LXB still once more. Oh, he's very lucky to be alive right now.
I don't know if you're going to be expecting this. This is ballsy out of Alexi, right? That smoke's got about a quarter of the timer left on it in just a moment. Will they be ready for this? Alexi up close. There's one, but that's all it is. Top Banana player can't justify fighting for this. Rez at the sandbag, still boxed in. Magisk. Clean AK entries. B is open right now. There's no one else here for NIP. Vitality pumped the brakes in the 4v2. They can go and explore. They can go and see what else this map has to offer. But if they follow through with the B play, they will be taking this round. Once more, similar to Mirage, locking in a 1-out half at bare minimum.
Look at the bullet impacts on the wall at Car. Like, that's how much spam they fired to try and kill Alexi, or rather Rez at the start of the round, whoever it was behind the car. My goodness. And yeah, they've won it. They're about to find out as well. Head trick. Oh, yeah, awkward stuff. Scoped in. That's the round, folks. Brolin's left to save. Can try and grab that ult plus second if he wants to risk it. But Spinks is still hanging around because Vitality can afford it. Well, they can't really, but they're not going to need to worry because they've got the kills anyway.
ZywOo could get mollied here. With 2 mollies in tow for NIP, Instead, it's going to be dark and backstage. So ZywOo's not Molotov down. It's all the dual Berettas. Lock out the first two men that try to come through. Apex now the only defender. Good bit of damage. Brolin caught on the smoke. Config replies. And a 2v3 starts to settle in over towards this B side of the map. But not for long. Config can't wrestle with the dual Berettas. Magisk drops that bomb out in the open, and for Headtrick, the rookie youngster back of the site, all alone, not long for this world.
They will take the eco. I like the call for Vitality, not overplaying their hand. And it means they can also play their rifles together. Ooh, Apex makes his work. And now this is excellent. He's arming his team. He even gets the AK out of there. If we can get a quick rotate from ZywOo, he can grab this gun.
Back in.
I know, this is very ballsy. Take the 5v4. Give ZywOo a gun. Suddenly you're cooking.
Oh, hold up. Let him cook. Magisk going in. Oh, helped out by ZywOo. Gonna keep this in the advantage of Vitality. That was bomb as well, dropped out in the open. So right now, Vitality know what's happening in this round. They know the nature of it. Bit more damage out of ZywOo. Has to be careful here. Apex dead, melted at the back of the site. So ZywOo is feeling a lot of responsibility. Headtrick will get that trade, a 2v2. Bomb dropped in the open, but they're able to retrieve it. Not feeling the pressure yet, but it's about to be applied. Spinks and Dupree are both here. Dupree coming up banana. Spinks back in the ruins. Deagle might want to make contact first. Try and set up Dupree to accomplish something here on this wrap round. He's got a long sight line and a player with a back turned at the coffins. Rez is on the other side, and that spam connects. Rez never to see the light of day. It's Headtrick left in this one, all alone. Clean flick back to Banana, but he can't seal the deal on the round.
Ooh, they're even getting cocky on Vitality, sending it down mid, and a free kill and escape. ZywOo will miss his chance to get a second, but a 5v4 is beautiful, and ZywOo still wants more. Oh, they heard it! They called it to Headtrick, he just dodged death. Alexi fighting for it still, but somehow Apex takes out Rez, and Spinks even goes a one step further. They are relentless on Vitality in this round, and a 4v2, even removing the AWP from middle. Spinks, oh, he will die to a Mach 10 at range, but Vitality is still sitting pretty.
That is a beautiful little aggro round out of Vitality, though. Everything about it, just kind of the trades of contact, you know, different players fighting from different aggro angles. You never knew where to look if you were an IP, and you just got bogged down in middle, getting pressured from left and right. Everywhere, every time you adjusted, there was a new player fighting you.
And it catches them off guard, because we've seen a pretty respectful CT side, right? Like, other than like Apex going banana, getting an opening kill and falling back into B, that's really all we've seen in terms of aggro from Vitality. No apps plays, not even mid-fighting. They've given away brackets most of these rounds. So as soon as Nip come in with play to a very important gun round, Vitality just disrupt it. And yeah, this is the disruptor on your screens. Spinks finds config on the A site, and there's re-aggression at B. Vitality do not respect Nip, and knife out. Caught is Brolin. He just pulled his gun. Too little and too late in this map and in this series for NIP. Vitality have come to play today, and it has been a joy watching them on the server.
Yeah, you really hope that these sorts of performances can be kept up, right? This is the Vitality we're going to get to see for a long while. Rez with the dig. He had me believing for a moment, but shut down, locked out. It's a Vitality win in their opener.